Sorry.
Before the President's address, I'd like to crave your indulgence to watch a documentary for about 15 minutes. Thank you.
Okay, sorry. Oh, sorry.
Nigerian, Annan, a professional accounting organization founded in 1979 with a mandate to advance the science of accountancy, is a leading body expanding the frontiers of professional accounting practice. With a history spanning 42 years and high reputation for producing ethical and proficient accounting professionals, the structure of Annan has consistently prepared and trained professionals leadership to take Annan for Ireland. On the strength of this legacy, Professor Muhammad Noma, ANAN, FCNA, rose to the 11th president and chairman of council of the association. It was a membership in 2002 that attracted the interest of founding fathers of the association. Late President Sunday Alaba, through his value addition and excellent track records.
I became a member of the association about 20 years ago, and it started when the college director general at that time, in Japan, came to Annan University, where I was lecturing in 2001, and he came and talked to the students that he was trying to mobilize the students so that after graduation they should come to the college and become part and parcel of the association. During the interaction, I now raised the issue with him that it is easier for them to get the lecturers to be members. Once the lecturers are members, then it is easy for the students to see that the lecturers are members of the association, then they can then join. So when we started the discussion, he now asked me to apply, and I applied, and later I was given a membership. I was inducted in 2002.
With a resolution to drive the association to greater heights, Professor Mendoza assumed office in April 2019 as president and effectively utilized his experience to develop innovative policies that have redefined activities and boosted productivity of the association. But these are not without some challenges.
During the AGM in 2003, Umar Hamid became president. So there was also some level of discussion during the AGM, annual general meeting. And after the annual general meeting, committees were formed. I was made part of the education committee, committee of council, education committee. I was a member, and the then vice president, Professor Iwok, was then the chairman of our committee. So from there, when Iwok became president, I was made a member, the chairman of the examination committee of the association. From there, when Sam became president, I was made the chairman of mandatory training. And I did that for 4 days before I became a member of council. When I became a member of council, I started with membership secretary. Then thereafter, I became second vice president, then first vice president, then I became president in 2019. The number one challenge is the issue of getting a place in Abuja as the headquarters of the association. The second challenge was the COVID. It made like to over the issue of COVID started around February. So it was a major issue that activities was blocked down. So again, and the activities of the association require some level of coming together. So those two, if you like, are really major challenge. So the first, we were able to acquire this particular property, Tamobishi, and of course, anyone have the money. So again, the challenge of finance. And the association never had went to bank before the board. So I had to we have the capacity, we have the wherewithal to have what it takes to borrow and pay back. And we're able to 500 million naira, and we pay within 4 months. So that is a major milestone in the association. We're able to do that, and we acquired the property, and we are now inside. The second challenge of COVID, because the issue of were becoming difficult because of the lockdown, we had to introduce the issue of doing some of the programs online, and also the issue of batch NCPD was introduced. So those are the kind of challenges and how we're able to address them.
Professor Mendoza's firm belief in diligence, career advancement, and capacity building are reflected in the impact of his achievements in taking Annan greater heights. No wonder he was called digital president.
summarize the major things we have done, I'll call them the 4S. We are able to get and is even for our future use. We are able to hit the multi-purpose auditorium in the college. It was a project that spanned for about 6 years. We were able to complete, and we used over 400 million to be able to meet that feat. We were able to renovate all our buildings in the college, including that of Guaranfa, and we put them to a standard. We were able to do some of the structuring of some of the infrastructure in the college. For instance, there is an abandoned market and motor park that were able to remold it into a shopping complex that is now useful in the college. So that is, in terms of support infrastructure, that is a major achievement. Then there is what I will also call sustainability. And the sustainability, because of things happening as a organization, we need to find other ways of raising money, not just relying on membership dues. While we were able to float the university, and we have now a license for every university that way, apart from advancing the science of accountancy through researches, we will also be able to raise revenue that can also augment the kind of revenue we can get from professional services. We are also floating a polytechnic and also develop some level of partnerships with some other organizations that we can do programs together so that we can leverage on each other's strengths, and that is going to actually add to the issue of our sustainability. Then the third major S is what I call systems and structure, and those things we are able to do in those areas include decentralization of examinations. Before now, all our examinations are taking place apart from the one in jobs. So this is, and we're able to take strong it and do it successfully for the last examinations. Like the police, that we can do their own in-house. Those are the kind of achievements we are able to do. More, and we are also able to, and we attend, like we do practical workshops for our students in the college that we do in their form of accountants, and we are there alone. We are able to raise salaries substantially before when you get people call accessories, and also to motivate others that want to join us. We are able to increase to directors schedules for the staff that they know the line of success,
and by extension in Africa.
Some of the achievements that we have.
The reality of each training programs, coupled with professional which will continue and brought in.
He used to give his best to us. For a professional body. And
if you look at the style of leadership of Prof. Osisioma, you will be able to see that he, as a global level, we have generated many factory agreements, relationship, collaboration. Speaks about Annan as a leader in the public sector environment, as an organization, a professional accounting organization that is reckoned with within the rest of Africa. The partner takes the decision, recognizes the position of Annan, and picking Annan along because of the niche Annan has.
Nigerian College of Accountancy, we have today brought the curriculum in line with the International Education Standards 2020, and that curriculum makes graduates from the college future ready in terms of skills, both soft and technical requirements that we need to move.
The outgoing president is optimistic about issues that he feels can be achieved. So, as much as possible, try to see that he is determined to achieve his goals. I wish him success like every other leader, and I wish that he will go higher and higher than this. This is just a starting point.
To wish Professor Canon Prof. I am happy to be in my office. It is not the first time I am handing over. This is the second time because I handed over to the Accounting Teachers Association when I was the president and took over from me. So, and the tradition in Annan is such that it's beautiful. The immediate past president is still going to be part and parcel of the council. So, ourselves to work together for the past 8 years. So I see a future that is bright, that I want to work together harmoniously. I wish you the best. And with the tradition of Annan, it is going to continue like that with very smooth. So I wish you the best.
Indeed, the chronicle of Professor Muhammad Akarumi Noah's administration as Annan president will forever resonate as a legacy of excellence.
Thank you very much. Please put your hands together again for the 11th president, the outgoing president of Annan, Professor Mohammed Akarumi.
The incoming president of Annan, other crew members, past presidents, fellows of the association, other members of the association, the entourage of the incoming president, including his dear wife, my dear wife, ladies and gentlemen, no doubt, ideal leadership is about service. We also therefore attempt to chronicle the service we have rendered in the last 2 years. We shall attempt to present them under the following headings: system development, examination development, repositioning for growth, viability and cooperation, infrastructural development, capacity building, and enhanced visibility. That gives us. We have had those things we have done about system development. It does not require repetition. We have had our examination development. We can now write our exams in 7 different centers at the same time. We have heard that we are in a position now to earn income even from other activities apart from professional studies. We are also in a position to do researches with the university. We can get staff that can also be promoted to the professor level because of the availability of the university. I'm sure you have seen that we make Annan more attractive to others, and with the level of the people that are trying to join us, with the label of those that are coming to seek for cooperation and partnership, you are saying that Annan is poised to go. In terms of infrastructure development, we don't need to emphasize. Of course, we have developed capacities and we have increased enhanced quality staff. We are in a position today to say that Annan is certainly better than we make it. We are convinced that Annan will be greater than today for some defined reasons. First, I know Professor Osisioma very well. He likes working with me. He likes supporting where we are today. It is with that kind of spirit that are continuing to grow to meet the aspiration of members. They are big. They have kept aside charity will remember them more. Let me down the membership. The continuous support and the kind of cooperation to say thank you for the opportunity to serve the association and thank you. And where you find that we have done things wrong, please find place in your heart.
I'd like to call on the wife of the incoming president, Professor Chuka Osisioma, to the high table seated beside Professor Osisioma. Please put your hands together. Chuka, comes up to the high table. Keep clapping, please. Thank you. I'd like to recognize some dignitaries here in our midst. The representative of the President, Institute of Chartered Secretaries and Administrators of Nigeria, K. Babatunde Pele Wora. Please put your hands together for me. I'd like to acknowledge the presence of the representative of the President of Institute of Chartered Accountants of Nigeria, ANAN, Sylvester C. Nwana. Thank you very much. I'd like to introduce members of the high table to you. Seated at the high table before today is the President and Chairman of Council, Professor Mohammed Akaru Mainoma. Next is the First Vice President and Interim President, Reverend Canon Professor Benjamin Chuka Osisioma, FCN. Next is the Second Vice President, Dr. James Ekerari Neminevo. Immediate past President, Alhaji Shehu Usman Dam, MNI, FCN. Association had Kalati Kishimi. Put your hands together for us. Dr. Ibrahim Babajide Awe Aboluga, FCNA, Membership Secretary. Mr. Ibrahim Mari Makut, FCNA, Council Member. Alhaji Mohammed Bulama, FCNA, Council Member. Dr. Sunday Adeyemi Ojelabi, FCNA, Council Member. Mr. Cletus Okuchukwuodu, FCNA, Council Member. Professor Suleiman A.S. Arua, FCNA, Council Member. Mrs. Alice F. Urom, FCNA, Council Member. Alhaji Ibrahim Seyado, FCNA, Council Member. Alhaji Kabir Dankara Mohammed, FCNA, Council Member. Chief Peter Chinatu Anya, FCNA, Council Member. Dr. Olaoye Sunday Adewale, FCNA, Council Member. The Chief Executive Officer of the Association, Dr. Nuruddin Abba Abdullahi, MNI, FCNA. The Chief Operating Officer of the Association, Right Honorable Dr. Musa Ahmed Mohammed, FCNA. The Director of Legal and Counsel Affairs, Barrister John O. Ama. Thank you very much. I call the past presidents before us today. Chairman Body of Past Presidents, Dr. Samuel Okuchukwu Nzekwe, FCNA. Yamide Gafar, FCNA. Haja Mariam Ladi Ibrahim, FCNA. Alaji Dr. Sakiruddin Tunji Laboy, FCNA. Mr. Anthony Chomeka Nzom, FCNA. All right, thank you very much. I also recognize the presence of the Director of the Nigerian College of Accountancy, Dr. Kayode Olushola Fashua, FCNA. The Chancellor Annan University is in our midst, Professor Musa Inua Fodio. Put your hands together for me. I'd like to recognize the presence of past Registrar Chief I. Gemade, FCNA. Dr. Sunday A. Ekuni, FCNA. Past Director General College of Accountancy, Mr. Benjamin Jenfa, FCNA. I'd like to recognize the presence of His Royal Highness Igwe Uchime Chika Silvanus, FCNA. I'd like to recognize His Royal Highness George, FCNA. And finally, Mrs. Ruth Arakoyo, the representative of CITM, CITM President. Thank you very much. Put your hands together for her. We have former Director General of the Accountancy here today, Mr. ABC. Please put your hands together for Mr. ABC. Professor ABC, please. Thank you very much, sir. I beg your pardon. Professor, it's not easy. I'd like to acknowledge the presence of Chief Babatunde Gafar, NA, the husband to the past president, Chief Mrs. Gafar. Thank you for coming, sir. The FRC, Dr. Ihani Anyahara. Please put your hands together, please. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you for obliging our invitations. We'll keep announcing the presence of dignitaries as we proceed. Ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to take a moment, a moment. Excuse me. Ladies and gentlemen, we have founding fathers of Annan who have sacrificed a lot to bring us back today. Most of them have passed on, but we'd like to take a moment of silence to honor them and the work they have done for this association. I'll call their names and we'll observe 1 minute silence in honor of our founding fathers. Late Chief Dr. Johnson Kolawole Odumero, FCNA, Mr. Sunday Aloba, FCNA, late Alhaji Umar Hamid, FCNA, late Professor Edet Iwok, FCNA. The past presidents of this association, I beg you to observe 1 minute silence in their honor. They are so present. I'd like to recognize the presence of the country head, Association of Chartered Certified Accountants, ACCA Nigeria. Mr. Tom Isibo. Please put your hands together for him. recognize the presence of former DG of the college, Mr. James, Professor James Andy. Put your hands together for her. Thank you very much. I hand over to the Chief Executive Officer to proceed.
Call on the outgoing president to invite the incoming president to step forward for proposition.
Myself, Professor Benjamin Chuka Osisioma, to kindly step forward for proper recognition.
The incoming president to remain standing to take the oath of the incoming president has stepped forward and I call on the legal advisor to make citation.
It is sentences of Professor Benjamin Chuka Osisioma, the incoming president. Professor Benjamin Chuka Osisioma was born into the family of Peter Obi Osisioma on October 14, 1950 in Enugu, Nanka, Urumba, Local Government Area, Anambra State, Nigeria. He is a professor of accountancy at the Nigerian University and a professional accountant with the Association of National Nigeria, Annan. He holds a PhD degree in finance, 1989. An MBA degree also in finance, 1993. And a first-class BSc degree in accountancy, 1970. All these degrees he obtained from prestigious University of Nigeria in Soka. He has also undergone postgraduate trainings in leadership, ethics, and corporate governance at University of Pittsburgh, 2013, University of America, Management University of Singapore, 2010, and Irish Management Institute, Dublin, 2015. Professor Osisioma holds the fellowships of a number of professional bodies. They include Fellow, Institute of National Management, Nigeria, Fellow, Association of National Nigeria, 2004, Fellow, Institute of Management and Consultant, 2000, Fellow, Chartered Institute of Public Administration, Nigeria, 2005, Fellow, Institute of Strategic Management, 2005, Fellow, Institute of Industrial Administration, 2007, Fellow, Nigerian Institute of Management, 2014, Fellow, Nigerian Accountancy Association, 2016, and Fellow, Society Account and Fraud Prevention, 2017. He is also a member of International Association of Accounting Education and Research, an associate member of US-based Association of Certified Fraud Examiners, 2002. Professor Benjamin Osisioma was a foundation scholar at the University of Nigeria in Soka in his undergraduate days, 1974 to 1977, and a federal scholar for his postgraduate studies, 1981 to 1983. He was at graduation both as departmental and faculty prize winner. He served variously over time as senior lecturer, principal lecturer, professor, head of department, dean of faculty, and director in different institutions. He has also served as full-time, part-time, and adjunct professor for PhD supervision and postgraduate lectures at myriad of English academics. The Annan years to occur 1992 to 2020. University of Nigeria Enugu Campus 2006 to 2008. Covenant University of Ogun State 2004 to 2005. Ebonyi State University Abakaliki 2002 to 2016. Abia State University through 2002 to 2015. Enugu State University of Science and Technology 1988 to 1991, and University of Jos 1998 to 2002. He has also served as external assessors, examiners to several national and international universities, including University of Ghana, Business School, Legon, and Shraddha University, Greater Noida, India, for professional appointment and doctoral and master's degree programs. Professor Benjamin Osisioma has initiated and supervised over 40 doctoral research studies and examined for the folders, out of which today 45 have been elevated to rank professors in accounting and related disciplines. He has also supervised and examined more than 200 MBAs, MYs, and 26 general interest tests and papers. Professor Benjamin Chuka Institute in 2001 and listed in directory outstanding 2000 of the University by the International Africa Center, Cambridge, England. He is also listed in the International Directory of Degree Leadership, Who's Who in Igbo Land and Who's Who in Ogumba. In 2020, he was declared Grand Patron of Society for Forensic Accounting and Fraud Prevention. Professor Benjamin Chuka Osisioma has been variously nominated for several national and continental awards. Just to mention a few: African International Award of Merit 2001, Great African Patriotic Achievers Gold Award 2008, Nigeria 50 Most Exceptional Professionals 2008, Distinguished Leadership in National Development Gold Award 2008, Outstanding Leaders and Gold Award 2008, African Pacesetters Award 2008, and Millennium Gold Medal Merit Award for Incorruptible Icons. Professor Osisioma, for the General of the Nigerian Prof of Accountancy between 1997 to 2001, Chairman, Annan Think Tank 2007 to 2014, and Member, Governing Council and Vice President of Annan. He also served as National President, Nigeria Accounting Association 2013 to 2016, and Member, Board of Financial Reporting Council of Nigeria 2013 to 2016. He served with distinction in several public and private sector assignments. Member, Anambra State Elder Council. Member, Board of Trustees, Orient Foundation. Chairman, Board of Trustees, Society of Forensic Accounting and Fraud Prevention. Member, Anambra State Vision 2020 Committee. Member, State Advisory Committee on Economic and Financial Matters. Director, Finance and Training of IBS Publication, UNDP Consultant for Women in Nigeria Program. Professor Benjamin served as Governing Council, Head of Department for many years, 2 terms as Dean of Faculty of Management Science, Pioneer Director, Chike Okoli Center for Entrepreneurial Studies, and Chairman of several sensitive committees of the university. He is also a licensed lay reader in the African Communion, Enugu Diocese. Member of the Cathedral Church Council, Cathedral of the Good Shepherd, 1994-1997. Member, Parish Church Council, Church of the Holy Spirit, 2007 to 2010. Member, PCC Church of Pentecost, 2010 to 2013. Coordinator, Evangelism and Discipleship, Oka Diocese, 2011 to 2018. Recipient of the Service Award 2016. Ordained Oka Diocese 2017 and prepared a Canon 2019. Professor Benjamin Chuka Osisioma is happily married to the love of his life, Hilda, and union blessed with 2 children. Chuka, and Identity. This is the abuse of Chuka Osisioma.
May I request the incoming president to remain standing at the oath of office? May I request the outgoing president to step forward and witness the oath taken by his successor? I invite the Director of Legal and Council Affairs, Annan, standing before the president.
Oath of office for new president of Association of Accountants of Nigeria.
I, Professor Chuka Osisioma,
do solemnly
affirm
that I will be faithful
true
allegiance to the Republic of Nigeria
and bear true allegiance to the Republic of Nigeria
and Association of Accountants of Nigeria, Annan.
Association of National Accountants of Nigeria,
That as President of Association of Nigeria,
that as President of Association of National Accountants of Nigeria,
I will discharge my duty to the best of my ability.
I will discharge my duty to the best of my ability.
Faithfully,
Faithfully,
and in accordance with the Act,
and in accordance with the enabling
the
acts,
regulations and rules
the regulations
of
and
the
rules
association,
of the association,
as may from time
as may from time to
be
time
approved by the Governing Council of the
by the Governing Council of the association.
that I will always conduct myself
I will always conduct myself
and carry out my duties
and carry out my duties
in the best interest of the association.
in the best interest of the association.
That I will not allow
I will not allow
my personal interest
my personal interest
conduct
to influence my official
or
conduct
my official decisions.
or my official decisions.
That I will,
That I will,
to the best of my ability,
to the best of my ability,
preserve,
preserve,
protect,
protect, and
the
defend
fundamental
the
objectives
fundamental
of the
objectives
association
of the
contained
as contained
in the Act
in the Act
establishing the association.
establishing the association.
That I will abide
That I will
by
abide
the ethics of the profession.
by the ethics of the profession.
That I will do right
That I will do
to
right
all members of the
to
association
all members of the
and
association
obey all lawful
and
instructions
obey all lawful instructions
of the Governing Council
of the governing
of
council.
that I will not directly
That I will not directly
or indirectly
or indirectly
communicate
communicate
or reveal
or reveal
to any person any matter
any
which shall be brought under my
which
consideration
shall be brought under my consideration
or shall become known to me
or shall become known to me
as President of the association,
as President of the association,
except
as
may be required
may be required
for discharge
for the discharge
of my duties.
of my duties.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Professor Chuka Osisioma, FCNA, having taken the oath of office, may I request the outgoing president to transfer the chain of office to the new president, assisted by the first and second vice president. Photographers, please draw back. Those behind the leadership, step aside. Please go back to your seat. President and Chairman of Council, Professor Chuka Osisioma, PNA, to give his acceptance.
Please, the camera is on. The camera is on. Where I go?
Madam, I was here. Yeah.
Can I have the pointer for the power? So, like this. Well, my immediate predecessor in office, Professor Akaro Mohammed Mayluma, ANAN, past presidents of Annan, distinguished council members here present, past traditional rulers, we respect them so much. His Royal Highness Igwe Chuka Osisioma was my classmate in school and is currently and other personalities here this day. I also plead to my elder sister is here. My elder brother already defined the protocols who saw me through life. Fortunately for health reasons, he can't be here. If we play by the old rules, we will lose new battles. I'm quoting Selwyn Hughes. The illiterate of the 21st century won't be those who can't read and write, but those who can't learn, unlearn, and relearn. If we focus on the two, but lose sight of the purpose, we are forever condemned to playing catch-up in a landscape of rapidly changing technology. Today's digital kids think of information and communication technology as something like oxygen. They expect it. It's what they breathe, and it's how they live. They use ICT to meet, play, date, and learn. It's an integral part of their social life. It's how they acknowledge each other and form their personal identities. So if we ignore ICT and if it is not taking central position in our professional life, we will soon become irrelevant. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it is indeed, this place I'm standing is not conducive at all. But I think I better read my paper. It is with a deep sense of humility and extreme pride and confidence in the grace and power of God that I assume office today as the
12th President of Association of National Accountants of Nigeria, ANAN. The number 12, incidentally, is actually a representation of authority and perfection. It can also be viewed as a symbol of divine rule, the perfect government of God. No wonder the disciples of Christ were 12. The imams in Islam are 12. The main gods in Greek mythology are 12. And Odin had 12 sons of Norse mythology. There are 12 calendar months in a year, 12 hours on the face of the clock, 12 tribes of the nation of Israel. I could go on and on. What we are saying, therefore, is that we crave for divine wisdom, courage, and guidance as we march into the 12th president. The chain of office and the oath that I swear to today remind me of 4 cardinal factors that must dominate my thoughts in the next 2 years. First, it is profoundly humbling that this chain that once belonged to the distinguished shoulders of great men and women who have gone before me as the president of this association should this day sit on my small and nondescript shoulders. If indeed I see further than the generality of our members, it is only because I stand on the shoulders of these men and women who have gone before me. Second, the chain is one of privilege. Have been entrusted in the words of the hymn writer with a charge to keep, a God to glorify, and a never-dying soul to serve. Out of nearly 45,000 members of this noble association, I am one of the very few to be charged with the task of directing and leading the affairs of the body. It is both a privilege and a distinct honor. By the grace of God, I will not take this task lightly, nor will I abuse it. Third, the chain of office is first and foremost. And being a chain, it could be for support or for restraint, linking widely disparate objects together. This calls for a of compromise and understanding. We must forge a united front. We must not let what happened to our sister body happen to us, where the professional body is considered the property of one part of this country. We must arrange things in a manner that anybody can come into Annan and feel that it belongs to them. That's part of the responsibility. And we are going to do everything possible to build this synergy. So a chain is also a restraint. It doesn't matter how you do things. You do certain things. It tells you how you can go and no further. So to some extent, a chain could limit freedom of movement, thought, or action. Finally, a chain, though it conveys some responsibility, some privileges, with prerequisites following, it is primarily a responsibility to serve. It is a load to carry, a commission to fulfill, and a vision to realize. These are important imperatives that we bear in mind as we navigate the straight and rugged paths to professional growth and development. And we need every available and willing hand on deck if we must reach that land. Let me quickly talk about Annan at 40. You know, Annan just recently celebrated 40 years of its existence, and you can see the landmarks of that celebration. We thank God how far we have come in 40 years. We thank God for our heroes and heroines of the past who stood the ground, the bold ground. Naysayers accused our founding fathers of trying to water down the standards. Sacrifice friends of a lifetime. Them sacrifice to make sure that we're where we are. We remember them. Baba J. and all past presidents, the late Sir Peter Ibekwe and the past registrars, past council members, and past members of the management team. Today we are proud recipients of their great sacrifice. May the sacrifice of these men and women never be in vain. I pause to recall that when I entered council about 10, 11, 12 years ago, Mary was so ecstatic. He thanked God and said, may I live long enough to see you president of ANAN. Alas, last year he passed on. It was a difficult loss for some of us, but we thank God for the life. We would also want to, on this occasion, consider it appropriate to acknowledge the sacrifice of the members of ANAN. You are the that lay the golden eggs. You make the contributions. You exert yourself. Whatever plan we are making, we are hinging it on your cooperation. You've always cooperated. We want to thank our members. You see, when we come for our programs and our members begin to jostle and hustle, they are not a disturbance to what we are doing. They are the reason for our actions. If they are not there, we will not be here. And so we want to acknowledge the sacrifice of our members. We want to salute the diligence of our staff and employees who, over this long period, have faithfully contributed their sweat, toil, and tears to keep Annan afloat. Some of them have not always received their just reward, yet they have worked with little or no complaints. We salute their life self-respect. It will be appropriate at this point to challenge some of our ANAN members. ANAN is richly blessed with rich people, highly placed people. I find it difficult to understand why they just will not identify with the main body and lend help and become part of what Annan is doing. We are praying that these men and women who have been elevated, each time they are elevated, we celebrate. We say, our member is the chairman of this, our member is the minister of that, our member is the commissioner in that. In the end, I look back, when they leave office, what have they contributed to Annan? May God help our members to contribute something, so that we will all have our names on record that we have helped to build this edifice we call Annan. God will bless us in this. Now, I want to talk about, just briefly, rumbles of our recent past. I won't spend time on that. Everybody knows about COVID. I listened to the lady who said there's a directive not to mention COVID in some of the financial reports we made. Well, we won't mention it, but we'll mention it directly. You see, the COVID changed our priorities, changed our outlook, changed all that matters to us. Somebody wrote a poem I found on the WhatsApp. She called it the day the earth closed down for repairs. For the first time in ages, the earth closed down for repairs. It was a moment of castration where growing ages, which needed some trimming, and bloated pride, some share, got through a surgery for character adjustment. Man, once great and arrogant, was defeated by the tiniest organism that closed down for repairs. I have never seen anything in all my life, and I've lived for 70 years plus. All schools were closed, motor parks closed, churches and mosques closed, auditoriums empty, gigantic stadia, nobody was there. What was happening? Busy streets deserted. It was a call for action, a moment of reawakening. And our situation has changed since then. Now what we as business people, we ask ourselves, are our products still what they have always been? What of the markets we serve? Do we need to change the kind of market we serve? How do we approach the people we serve? Do we still use the old methods in order to attain the new goals? How do we need to change what we are doing? Indeed, in my paper, which I hope you will get, you will see that we took time to identify definite questions that arise in these times. And if we're going to make progress as a professional body, we must answer those questions and attend to them. How are we going to redesign our products? You've heard the outgoing president talk, and he said, we're introducing not just a batch training, special training. We now carry MCPD to people. Before it used to be coming on Monday, stay till Friday. We're now cutting everything short. We're adjusting in the face of changing times. That is the reality. And you know, someone said that the world has changed to things that happened before the crisis and things happening after the crisis. And we happen to be part of those who are in after the crisis. And this is the first administration coming into Annan after the crisis. We don't underestimate the challenge we have. God will help us. It is in line with this thing at the back of our mind that we decided to put together a program of action for the next 2 years. Number one, Annan University and the college. Well, I think some of you may be still read some of those things that will go on. Annan University and the college. One of the most remarkable feats of the immediate past administration in Annan is the licensing of the Annan University. Wow. I say again what I said in council. Immediately I heard that the license was granted, I called the president. I said, congratulations, Mr. President. The university is your baby. Nobody's struggling for that. Nobody's in doubt of that. He didn't start the crusade, but he drove the agenda in a very aggressive manner. And we are happy and we are excited. We're also glad that the college was the wife, the launching pad for the birthing of the university. The college provided the assets and resource base from which the university sprang up. Besides, for the past 14 years, the college has played a remarkable role in keeping this association afloat and vibrant. If I read the mood of the council aright, this administration will not do anything that will put the survival of either the college or the university in jeopardy. For a while, the debate is regulated, with its own laws, rules, and regulations guarded under statutes. The law does not invest any other body outside the of government would be tantamount to throwing away the statutory cover for college training possibility. One of the immediate tasks of this administration will be to build additional structures and work on existing arrangements that will make it possible for the university and the college to coexist side by side. I want to salute the wisdom in the choice of a vice chancellor. Professor Ino Afodio, that man can take a bow. A principled man, and a man who can walk with. I have had opportunity to interact with him, and I'm sure that with his direction, we will move in the right way. We must build a structure that will not be an embarrassment in future. A high-powered committee will be put in place from the very first day of this administration to ensure a smooth takeoff for the university and maintain mutual harmonious coexistence between both institutions. next one is fiscal control and fund mobilization. If you look at the financial statement we looked at earlier on in the day, you'll discover that our revenue dropped by 32% in 1 year. That's almost a third of our revenue lost. What this means in plain language is that the association must find the means to increase revenue while maintaining a lead on expenditure. Consequently, this administration will embark upon 3 interrelated actions. First, we'll set up a strong and virile revenue generation committee, which must leverage on the goodwill of well-meaning members of the association to increase revenue. This committee must generate enough funds to justify its keep. Secondly, we must strengthen the internal audit of the association and make it a critical arm of the governance and administrative structure in the association. And thirdly, with the approval of council, we'll go for a hefty discount to all members who will clear subscription arrears within the next 6 months. I heard Al-Hajjah Abbas during the annual general meeting suggest that we could ask our members who do debt recovery to work on this. We surely will take you up on that, because we must cut down on this debt overhang. Next is governance and administrative structure. This administration hopes to make extensive moves to improve corporate governance in Annan and overhaul the entire administrative machinery. This is a promise. An institution that has no respect for its own laws is merely preparing the grounds for its own demise. We shall dust up the 2014 TINAPA declaration, which came out of the retreat held by Annan Council and Management staff during the presidency of our beloved. The IFAC has nudged the association along a path of taking the profession to the public, both in our examinations and in the overall operating machinery. Thus, in the recent past, ANAN has decentralized the training centers and examination centers. In the past year, Council approved 7 centers across the nation for the administration of the examinations of the profession: Jos, Abuja, Gombe, Kano, Port Harcourt, Enugu, and Lagos. The support of Council to improve offices for the regular operations of the association. As a first step, we will use the Lagos office as the regional office for the Southwest, and additional offices shall be opened in Enugu and Kano. The branches involved shall be encouraged to provide the needed structures for the take-off of the regional offices. Ultimately, every geopolitical zone will attract a regional office. That's where we're going. Step by step. By this action, we shall widen the scope for the dispersal of the services of the association. We hope to take the services closer to the people, even while keeping an eye on the cost profile. In addition, we shall create a small administrative unit in the presidency to improve the efficiency and response time of the presidency to challenges of leadership and governance. This unit of 3 to 5 will ensure an enduring and vibrant link between the presidency and every part of the ANAN organization. We shall strive to improve efficiency of services to members in the clear understanding that the members of the association are our bosses. Also, an advisory committee will be appointed to work with the president throughout the 2-year term of the presidency to ensure sound decisions, efficient implementation, and effective outcome on all policy matters. This administration is mindful of the roles played by our various presidents and leaders in the past. We remember his bulldozing style in confronting daunting challenges and difficulties. We recall with nostalgia his methodical and strategic approach to long-term problems of the association. And we deeply relish and cherish her capacity for networking, building bridges, and intervening in officialdom. I'm sure you know the people I'm talking about. We shall seek opportunities to exploit this resource base for the benefit of the association. We will gladly engage these titans as member consultants or advisors of our committees, where their expertise is needed. Young and enterprising will also be given the opportunity to interact with these elders of Annan. To ignore this vastly experienced and skilled manpower base is like cutting our nose to spit our face. We will do everything in our power to get them committed to the mainstream of activities in the association. Confronting the digital challenge. One of the unintended effects of the COVID pandemic is the upswing in the demand for a digitized work environment. We will put this in full gear. A couple of weeks ago, we were talking with our twinning partner, CPA Annan, and it was interesting to hear what the officers had to say. They had so digitized the work environment that their exams were technology-driven. Everything was, they used technology for everything, including supervision of examinations, invigilation. And I just thought to myself, at the earliest opportunity, we'll send a team of 3 or 4 to go and understand what they're doing and try to achieve that, and even if possible, do better than they're doing. These are the realities of the times in which we live in. We are going to also challenge the College of Accountancy. The College of Accountancy must rise to the occasion of extending, to attain at least 10,000 students per annum within the next 5 years. The goal is a challenge. I pray that they will live up to that challenge. The task includes a diligent harvesting of products of all the polytechnics that teach accounting in Nigeria and abroad. We want our students to learn in the comfort of their homes in Nigeria and abroad. We want to have a seamless digital capacity to harvest everybody who has an interest in improving his skills in accounting. To this end, we shall specifically extend the scope of the Education Committee to include training and ICT skills. The committee will, among other things, develop ICT course content for the training of students at the college, or relevant ICT tools for examining them, carry out research and educational visits to IT-based accounting associations within and outside the country, collaborate with IT-based PAOs for skills acquisition and empowerment training and workshops, and ease our members and staff of the association into a full and truly digital age. Government and public relations. Again, let me state that Annan has an intimidating resource base comprising men and women of distinction in public and private sectors. And even in federal service, we have a large proportion. Commissioners just named them. Even in the uniformed forces, we have a prevalence in the number of members who are there. We want to appeal to them again, to mobilize, to get up. We are going to go to them. Part of the problem may be that we have not gone to them. Maybe we have not appealed to them the way we should. We will try in the next 2 years to go to them. We won't go cap in hand. We are not desperate. We will go as willing partners so that they can come and work with us and write their names in gold as being part of those who will change the new order. We pray that they will come. We have a new and modern College of Accountancy to build. We have regional offices to develop. We have nationwide teaching and learning to arrange. We have national conferences and workshops to sponsor. We have training and capacity building sessions to organize. Let them come and contribute their quota. Closely allied to the foray into the public space, Annan needs to return to the practice we had in the days when Dr. Sam Zogo was the president. We had this very highly visible public image where some members of Annan, very highly cerebral members of a profession, skilled and knowledgeable, came on air and they discussed national problems. We must return to that situation. We will build a public relations unit that will be bold. We will seek the help of marketers who will work as advertising agents too and bring this profession to where it ought to be. We are not advertising like, products on the streets, but we want a high visibility for what we are doing. You listen to the president who just left office. All the things he did in office. How many people outside there know? So we want to build an image that will enable people to realize that we have done a lot, we have made a difference in the life of this nation. We will intend to resuscitate and sustain this movement. We also want to strengthen the Annan branches. A time may be coming when we may deny people certain advantages and privileges at the national level if they don't prove that they have been faithful at the state level. Branches are strong and vibrant. The whole nation will know that Annan exists. There's no way we can stay in Abuja and touch every nook and cranny of this country. We are too vast for that. That's why we need our branches to be active and vibrant. They must get up and lay hold on the challenge we have and move on to greater heights. We will give them every support they need. In some areas, we provide them matching grants. In other words, if they are embarking on a project we identify with, we will say, provide 50%, we provide a balance of 50%. We will try, assuming that the funds are available. Yes, if the funds are not available, what do you want me to do? Through the branches and benevolence committee, the association will maintain greater control over the activities of the branches. Once you see that you prepare your budgets, you prepare your annual accounts, you prepare reports to members and have sent copy to head office. These things are there in paper. We want to see them in practice. We want a well-defined feedback system from the different branches to know how you are doing. We will also seek to have the kind of retreat we've had in the past, so that the members of our branches will all be on the same page as we march forward. These are some of the things we are going to try to do. And you will also help us to ensure that members in your branch pay their annual subscription. It's a very vital part of our life as a profitable body. Then Society for Forensic Accounting. Society for Forensic Accounting and Fraud Prevention. The journey for this society started in 2007 when the idea was first mooted. The president then was Dr. Sam Zogo. It was actualized in 2011 when the president was Chief Yami. Even the cost of the registration of that body was not paid until Haji Ibrahim came in as president. It was in the cooler until now Haji Labode, please allow me to break the transmission. For power failures. So, during the time of Al-Haji Labode, he resuscitated this idea. What was the person he drafted? They get us a working arrangement that is vibrant. So we're doing it, and he left office, and the thing was again, would have died. Thank God for Tony Zom. This is the only body in this country that trains for professional forensic accounting. prevail. Not those who are walking, but those who are making noise. In the end, you just sit back and watch. The society needs a strong support. Let me say this. Our sister professional body has many foster groups they have set up. They support them. They group them. Chartered Institute of Taxation, Annan was there. Institute of Directors, Annan was there for the formation. Which one again? Many of them. The female accountants, Annan was there. Nigerian Accounting Standards Board. They did these things, grouped these bodies, and they became autonomous. We have just one. And the problem that body has had has at times come from within ANAN. We will do everything to support it. We will give it our support. With the support of council, I will make sure that society is no longer our family. Let me say in passing that one of the funny things I observed, our members, some of them traveled from Lagos to Kefi to attend the lectures of the forensic body. Some of them spent their money and their time and went to Jos to have the practical training, and they came back to for the mute court trial under the aegis of the Nigerian Law School. The deputy president of Nigerian Law School was the chief judge in the mute court. And after all this, they collected qualifications. Their employer never gave them any recognition for that qualification. Not one naira. If you do not recognize your own qualifications, who will? We are going to do something about it. Fine-tuning. Indeed, more ways than one. The beautiful bride of the profession global. We are so happy at the way it has gone. November 7, 2014, we received IFAC support. And for record purposes, I've always said it, the day we were admitted into IFAC, 106 professional accounting organizations, PAOs, were in attendance. 103 were in support of ANAN application. 1 was against, only 2 were neutral. And we had this groundswell of support since translated into high global visibility. We have an MOU signed in November 2012 under the presidency of Haji Mariam Ladi Ibrahim with the SAIPA of South Africa. We have the other agreement when we were at Rome at the international conference. CIMA Global, Chartered Institute of Management Accountants, signed again with ANAN. In the very next 2015, CPA of Ireland signed a mutual recognition agreement with ANAN. And since then, it's been going on and on and on. Today, we are glad that in November 2018, ANAN signed an MOU with the Institute of Taxation of Nigeria. We are very proud of the Institute of Taxation. Incidentally, the president is not here. Is the president here? Take a bow. Because we are proud of that work. Because if somebody could say you are good outside, you are not good at home. They have recognized that goodness at home. We are very happy about it. In September 2019, we signed an MRA with the Institute of Public Accountants of Australia. In November 2020, we signed an MOU with SCCA. And then within the past few days, we also signed yet another membership pathway agreement with the CPA of Australia. I am persuaded to believe that there's something good these foreign bodies saw in ANAN that made them come. We will do everything possible to ensure that what they have seen does not disappear. This administration will undertake to sustain this global confidence in the ANAN brand. I'm getting ready to round up. Metrics of leadership assessment. Management students worldwide talk about the trait approach to leadership. Task approach, where leaders look at the projects they have attained There's another group, the people-oriented leadership. They look at how they make people happy and content when they serve. Stephen Covey added another approach. He called it principle-centered leadership. The metrics of leadership worldwide is shifting to principle-centered leadership. There's a way Drucker put it. Let me quote Drucker. He said, management should not appoint a man who considers intelligence more important than integrity. This is immaturity. It should never promote a man who has shown that he is afraid of strong subordinates. That is weakness. It should never put into a management job a man who does not set high standards for his own work. That breeds contempt for the work and for management's competence. A man might himself know too little, perform poorly, and yet not do damage as a manager. But if he lacks in character and integrity, no matter how knowledgeable, how brilliant, how successful, he destroys. He destroys people, the most valuable resource of the enterprise. He destroys spirit, and he destroys performance. We will attempt in the next 2 years, God willing, to provide character-based leadership. Angels. We are imperfect human beings. We will make mistakes. I want to confess ahead of time before it happens. We will make mistakes. All we ask is that you understand and help us. All we are also saying that we will try, and try we must. That's all we ask of our staff. The time has come for us to put our hands together to the common plow and a lasting relationship that will be to the glory of God and blessing of humanity. On my part, I personally commit to a virtue-oriented approach to decision-making based on a foundation of value-based leadership. Concluding remarks. It was Edmund Burke who said, and I quote, "A state without the means of some change is without the means of its conservation." If we don't know how to change in changing times, we are set for destruction. Peter Drucker put it this way again: managers must learn to build and manage a human group that is capable of anticipating the new, capable of converting its vision technology, products, processes, and services, and willing and able to accept the new. The future. To anticipate the new, convert threats into opportunities, and accept and adapt to the novel and emergent. Since we do not have all the answers, and he said, and I like quoting that quote, said, "The world is the want of men. So, men who in their inmost souls are true and honest. Men who do not fear to call sin by its right name. Men whose conscience is as true to duty as the needle to the pole. Men who will stand for the right, though the heavens fall." Today I'm publishing a vacancy in Annan. We are seeking for men. If you fit the bill, step forward. We need you. We will seek for these men and women and gleefully deploy them to the business of reinventing and re-engineering the Annan brand. We will celebrate them. We will promote them, regardless of the usual Nigerian virus of ethno-religious bias. That's our virus. But we will celebrate them wherever they come from. At the end of my 2 years in office, I would like to say to you all, here is what we all have achieved. Not what I have achieved. This is the time to stand up and be counted. A couple of months back, I celebrated for the first time in my life a very noisy birthday, my 70th birthday celebration. Permit me to use this platform to thank all who graciously accorded me such honor. The most humbling moment for me was when one of our members came all the way from Birmingham, Kebbi, to Oka to celebrate the Thanksgiving with me. The secretary of the branch had traveled all night to arrive at Oka, Anambra State. After the church service had dismissed, even if I lived to be 100 years, I would not be able to fully pay the debt of gratitude I owe to all of you, members, friends, and family. Thank you. I must not end this address without paying special tribute to individuals who have made so much difference in my life over the years. My wife, he paid the price for my education and so all through life. I ate the food on their table. My students, who from my retirement took it upon themselves to celebrate me beyond my wildest dreams. They have proved to me that the labors of the past, investment in their younger, I would want to place on record to my in office. He charted a bold and audacious course for Annan and dared to raise the bar in governance. The new Annan office and the measures put in place at the peak of the COVID-19 threat. These are enduring legacies of his stewardship. We thank him for the great strides he brought to Annan. My prayer remains, Lord, example will far exceed the authority of my prayer.
Thank you very much. This kind of handover notes.
I request the President.
The presence of Theophilus Adeni and Chuka. I'd like to acknowledge the Chancellor, Annan University, His Royal Majesty Dr. George Oshiapi Egbabo Omeze I, the Registrar of Annan University, Mr. Kom Faithful Dengi Efa, the presence of the wife of the immediate past president, Hajia Dr. Awau Mainoma. Taking good messages and gift presentation. 2 minutes beg your pardon. This presentation Bukuru branch. I'd like to acknowledge the presence of Chief Adeyemi Akamba, External Auditor Annan. Members of staff of the FCA be guided that they snap pictures of the president after this. Investiture of Chartered Accountants of Nigeria, ANAN, will be delivered by Sylvester C. Wanda, Council Member representing the President. Welcome, sir.
Hello. Hi. Hello. Yeah, I can, as we all know, we have more growth and success than Nigeria and and we are happy that Annan is with the trustee that I don't want to part of
the goodwill messages. I'd like to announce this valedictory lecture holding at Nigerian University of compendium presentation and central. Kindly sit down. Professor Benjamin Chuka Osisioma, FCNA, is holding at Nigerian University on Wednesday, 5th of May, at the University Auditorium, 11 a.m. Good message from CCA, representing the country head from please put your hands together for the representative of the country head of ACCA. A round of applause for him, please.
This is the cut of that mic.
Okay, my carry.
No, sir, whether I go reach there.
Apologies, please. The country head is present here. Apologies. Country head, ACCA Nigeria. Please put your hands together for him.
Good evening. I'm also the country head as well as representative of the country head. On behalf of ACCA, we'd like to first permit me to stand on existing protocols. And on behalf of ACCA, I'd like to first congratulate ANAN members on the smooth transition of power from one president to the other. We also want to congratulate ANAN for the landmark achievement down in the last 2 years. Applause for yourself. Before I came to the program, I Googled I want to stand and give you or say things on another show. I tried to Google, is ANAN actually the only professional body with the university? So I searched, and you can search Android phone announce. You will not find any professional body with the university around the world. So the claims today that you have made about being innovative, and I listened a lot to the new president on a lot of his agenda on digitalization and innovation, and I dare to say they are very spot on. I want to reinforce the Annan position globally. I also want to congratulate the outgoing president, Professor Binoma. The word to describe him is simply of the innovation he brought to Annan, and congratulations, Professor Binoma. I also want to welcome the incoming president, Reverend Canon Professor Osisioma. Now, I'm not an Igbo man, but I do understand a bit of Igbo. So, if you have me your president, who is a reverend, a canon, a professor, and is also Osisioma, my Igbo brothers and sisters here can explain or translate what Osisioma means. Which means that in terms of professional, spiritual side, as a reverend and canon, and Osisioma, which means good tree. I can assure you, even on the spiritual level, you're going places. So congratulations on your victory.
Thank you very much, country head, ACCA Nigeria. Proceeding with the good messages and invite the chairman of Pro1 to come forward for good messages and give presentation. And good messages. Chairman of Pro1, Ibila.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Hello. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much. And please, I would like of Pro1 to please come to the front because thank God we are last. We will not take 2 minutes, but we will not take your time. A lot has been said about Professor Osisioma. More has been said about Professor Minor. So in Annan, minus professor plus professor. So that's what. Please, can you clap for Annan? We have a presentation for the president, and we also have done a welcoming letter, which means the press. And I want to read it. And it's addressed to Reverend Canon Professor Benjamin Chuka, FCNA. Dear Mr. President, the chairman, Princess Mrs. Ebila, on behalf of and the entire member of Pro-1, wish to congratulate you as our erudite President, FCNA. The stepping stones of Annan started over 42 years ago. We are still in awe of the great exploits that you achieved as the Director General of the NCA, that's Nigerian College of Accountancy. And the story of the Annan University without mentioning you. You had a great moment there by lifting the faculty of management sciences, especially Department of Accountancy. Therefore, very confident that you will bring to bear your accumulated wealth, experience and achievements to fly the Annan flag higher, both in Nigeria and in diaspora. And we cannot doubt that because your statement of acceptance is all-encompassing. When we see you a resounding success in your tenure, the Annan women pledge their support and commitment to the association and growth of the accountancy profession in Nigeria. Long live Pro-1, long live Annan, long live the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Amongst us, and she has done a poem for Osisioma. Please, can Deborah come forward and read her?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I want to stand on the existing protocol. I am Eguma Deborah Odok-Shenemi, CNA 27453. Indeed, we are looking up with expectation, building on the foundations of generations before us. And today, we have seen seasons come and go, but posterity is all the continent. And today, we are here to arouse the new dawn of a new era. The mantle of leadership and honor and service being based on one person. And capability. That we celebrate the pride of a man and hope that we will move from one generational progress to another. A professor successfully and extravagantly known for his meritorious awards and honor for his contributions to community and to society. And today, sir, we are here to applaud you because we know as time progresses, progress, success, and achievements will be our watchword. Indeed, sir, today we welcome you on board as the 12th and chairman of the Council of Annan. And we pray the battle has been given. The battle has been given. And so, for you to start up a journey. And we pray for ease as you pilot the of Annan. We the women will love you and we wish you well. Thank you.
Oh, that's wonderful. Behind every man, there is a woman. And behind Annan, there is Pro-1. We have a card to present to the president. Please, can we move forward to the president so we can give him his present?
women comments. You cannot control them. They have to say what's in their mind. We move on to the next and the final group. Of gift presentation to new president of ANAN, Professor Chuka Osisioma.
We want to present this card to you, and it's on behalf of Pro One and in diaspora. The Professional Women Accountants in Nigeria, Pro One, congratulates you on your investiture as the 12th president of and chairman of council, and we wish you a successful career. In the normal way, we have also spelled Osisioma. Yes, in the normal way, Osisioma over all of S for I for intelligent, S for successful, I for iconic, O for organizer, S for mentor, and A for audacious. It looks so simple. Papers and advice to carry. You are fine.
Thank you very much, Prowan. For the next goodwill message, final goodwill message, please invite the representative of the President, Chartered Institute of Forensics and Certified Fraud Examiners. Please welcome the President of Chartered Institute of Forensics and Certified Fraud Examiners, Mr. Elias Gashimba, for his goodwill message. Please come together for him.
I would like to respectfully stand up in three ways to the grand patron of the Society of Forensic Accounting and Fraud Prevention that is now the forensics and examiners of Nigeria. So can we be all kind, please, to give three ways to our life grand passion. Professor FC of the Chartered Institute of Forensics for examiner. Want to most profoundly past president, council members. In this same week also, the Institute, I want to summarize by saying that in 43 years of the existence of ANAN, there are numerous but three most critical stand as the most number one is the point. Number two is the Annan University. And number three is the strong strategic decision that Annan took to form the Society of Forensic Accounting. The bill for the Chartered Institute of Forensics and certified for the examiners of Nigeria last reading in God bless you.
Welcome to ANAN. believe you.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. I'm here for the annual general meeting of the association. I've also been very lucky that at the Annan University, I have been appointed as the chancellor. Yes. You know, the former chancellor for the university, and my experience that regarding what has been done here today is a fitting end the service of the president. Taking over from him is another erudite scholar, Professor. And I have no doubt in my mind that there is...
Thank you very much. Thank you very much to the team from Chapter Institute of Forensic and Certified Examiners. Next, the team from Southeast. Southeast.
We must thank Professor for what he did to raise Annan up. And in fact, it's really just like Professor Osisioma said, it would not have been the starter of the university again, but the drive to go to it brought it to us. So we have to work hard to make sure that we are doing it. Thank you very much.
So much. Nice to see you. Nice to see that even despite the age, despite the position Africa, academic and highest to take his lead. While we continue. Center where the event is going on. Nice to see you. Continue to be with the event and the event continue to be party get other people that are meeting. Come over. Nice to see you. Nice to see you. If you base so that you can easily
He's a 12th president of the association. He's a not success story on the journey in the 19th century in terms of the development.
Nice to hear that you have another president today. Is the president like 4 years?
No, the tenure usually 2 years. Yeah. The tenure for that.
So, what are you expecting from
okay, basically build up and basically what the last president has done. He's did a fantastic job in building the association to the next level that we're all hoping it will achieve. So he think what he said today that he was going to do, which is basically just to bring the association to the next level.
Yeah, the benefit of those that are listening, that are watching, thinking about the president, to the president of Annan.
Sorry. The incoming president is Professor Osisioma. He has taken over from
A hearty congratulations from
Sir, can you just tell us exactly what really happened today? This is what are the expectations? The expectation of the members and the expectation have been addressed in the speech, that wonderful speech given by the new president. Because the expectation is that those people that are ready to add to the institute should step ahead. And now, for them, they are saying it all.
Value or the other, yes. What value you as a president are you going to have to?
That's a good question. For me, I'm ready to step up my game in Annan. For example, of the lecturers in JOS, National Language Accounting. And now I'm going to I'm also one of the presenting all over Nigeria. Even this year I've been presenting on integrated reports. The value I want to add.
Right? We're looking forward to you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Right? Two Bengals made themselves on the way. Very soon, I will have you to join to the house and you meet up with others. While I still wait for other people to talk to, enjoying what is going on in the house.
This profession, the management sciences. Thank you very much. Mr. President of the Association of National Accountants of Nigeria, the able past, immediate past president of the association, I cannot talk to the Lord that I will have to say how happy I am today. This is a Accountancy in the University of Nigeria. He was a head of the department. And one day he called us together. Professor was there. Professor Lulu was there. Professor accounting body. He doesn't see why in Nigeria only one professor will be one of the right accounts.
was to form the University Accountancy Students Association. Of Nigeria, University, and University Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. The presence of Educational Students Association, NICA 7. Victor. We'll hand over to the executive officer.
Of the council members for 2021. President, Professor Benjamin Chuka Osisioma, FCNA. First Vice President, Dr. Second Vice President, Hadia immediate past president, Professor Muhammad Karol from ANAN, Membership Secretary, Alhaji Ibrahim Hussein Gidado, Council members, Brian Merrington, FCNA.
Hello?
Professor S.A. Arua, FCNA. Mrs. Alice Karo, FCNA. Alhaji Aura Mohammed. Dr. Olawe Sunday Adewale, FCNA.
after which you must have gathered experience and knowledge in accounting and gotten the rudiment, the foundation of accounting. Then you now move to the professional level. And if you are working and then you don't have time to leave your area of comfort to the college, you are given a program. But as young graduates from the university and the polytechnics, the doors have always been open for 1 year intensive professional training, and we have sustained that for a long time.
Is there any targets for the association, like maybe in the next 2 years, next 3 years, we must have some membership, we must have this or that? Any targets of such?
From the speech of Mr. President, we are looking at a minimum of 10,000 students per session. At the moment, we are between 3,500 to 4,000, but now we are leaving the bar to 10,000 minimum, because we now decentralize our examination. You don't need to travel just to go and write exam. In every zone, there are already examination, which was a barrier for many people who are working class to could not be able to. But for now, from now henceforth, the tuitions and the examination have been brought to the look at it. So we have introduced digital learning also for our working class and those who want to do that. So we are enlarging our scope so that we can.
In every situation, my brothers always look for the benefit of business out of it. Assuming I have a structure and I want to seek for opportunity to have a center to assist the Annan, is it open for a business fellow who wants to give you a center?
Our training is not for business.
I know.
We want to impact knowledge to people.
Okay.
And before you can qualify to partner with Annan will have to inspect your facility. Is it for the purpose of advancing the science of accounting, or you just want to make money out of the ignorant populace? No. What I will encourage you, if you have a facility, then you must have the manpower that are core accounting and ancillary areas. That is, you must have fulfilled all the requirements as laid down by ANAN policy in the establishment of centers.
So what benefits will the federal government of Nigeria going to benefit from ANAN?
Already, the federal government of Nigeria was beneficial for the program of ANAN. Membership has produced ministers. The current Minister of Finance is an ANAN member. Accountant General of the Federation is an ANAN member. Auditor General of the Federation is an ANAN member. Also, the Chairman of the Federal Inland Revenue Service of Nigeria is also an ANAN member. We can begin to list them, and directors, and so many, and head of parastatals, and I can tell you that we won't fail the nation, and we're working towards that, and empowering our people with knowledge, with on the tip ICT classified method of
The problem that the country is having, or that the current government is trying to solve, is the issue of corruption. Yeah. How is Annan going to do that?
You can, if you listen to the presentation, you will see that Annan has another baby, certified chartered of forensic accountants. It's a baby of Annan. Started about 10 years ago, but now we have the data is before the National Assembly, and Annan is doing everything possible to make sure that corruption is nipped at the bud. We are in Annan. We insist that the right thing must be done, and must be done with adequate efficiency.
Well, thank you so much. Your name again, sir?
I'm Dr. Jeff Adebisi from Kogi State.
Thank you. Well, you are on to the doctor who has just briefed us how things to be. If I have opportunity and I'm able to say one or two people, I will have a minute with them. Nice to see you, sir.
It's my pleasure.
Can I just clip this my mic into your clothes, and I'm sure you won't mind. Sir, can you just tell me briefly your experience today?
Well, my experience today has been so educative, and the hearing from two professors has been nice.
So what do you think we should expect in the next
In the next 2 years.
The government is going to stay, the present leadership are going to serve for 2 years. In the next 1 year, what do you think we should be expecting? Because 2 years, we can wait.
Yeah, what we should be expecting is nothing but a catapult from where we are now to a very high level. That at the end of the day, because Annan is noted for, blazing the trail. And from what we have heard, we are expecting a higher level. We are expecting, a competition such that other professional bodies will want to match us, but we can assure the public that they can never, because we have all that it takes to continue to excel wherever we hope to get to. We will get to wherever we said that we want to get to.
I know you, I'm sure you know the current president very well. Do you think he's capable?
More than capable. From the profile that we had, that was read, he's been chairman of this, he's been head of this, he's been dean, he has traveled all over the world, he has attended so many courses, and he has mentored a lot of even professors. So definitely we do not expect anything less than for him to pilot the association to a very high level.
Well, in a short while, in the next 5 months, 6 months or less than that, the assurance is that we are going to see something that will be different from the past, negatively or positively, to have in a short time development that will catapult the group to very high place. If I have opportunity again, I will have opportunity of calling another fellow. Sir, hello. I'm sorry to keep you waiting. Can you just tell me your experience today?
For today, really, what we experience is that we realize that the association has now metamorphosed into a strong force internationally, and a lot of the promises the president has made to reposition the association and push it forward, that is showing us that yes, Annan has come of age and is really heading towards greater heights as well.
Can you tell me your name?
My name is Ibrahim Isa Abbas. I'm the chairman of the Nigerian College of Accountancy approved coordinators forum.
You know why I'm asking you?
Right.
In the next 6 months, because the current government has a 2 year.
Yes.
In the next 6 months, 1 year.
Yeah.
What are we expecting from you?
What we are expecting from the association, is that we are expecting to see a transformation, because we now have a president who already has experience in all the faculties of the association. He was once the Director General of the Nigerian College of Accountancy. He was the founding president of the Society for Forensic Accounting and Prevention. He was a council member. Now he is the president, which means all the strata, all the faculties of the association, he has experience on, and we expect him to really improve on what he met, and that we have a high hope on what we're going to see from him, knowing the kind of person, his resilience, his knowledge, his wide expertise, his training, travels, and the rest of things will come to bear. And we're going to see in the next 6 months, we expect to see he has made a promise to introduce and strengthen IT, ICT activities and ICT facilities of the association. This for the from the point of the pursuing, we have been agitating, we have been asking for an introduction of e-examination. Now with somebody who is now open to ICT, then it means that thing is going to come to fruition. Association will now become a different organization where you can even sit for your examination even if you are not in Nigeria, other than what is happening now where you have to go to the college or to the centers. But now with his promise, then deployment of ICT facilities, it means somebody can be able to write his examination anywhere in the world where you can take your lectures, you can write your examinations, and you can now see the implication on the membership, implication on training, implication on knowledge, and implication of professionalism generally.
Thank you so much for your time. I want to say a big thank you to you and to the association.
Thank you.
Well, today, congratulations to Reverend Canon Chuka Osisioma. Today, the baton has been handed over to you. It's expected that you make use of the baton and let it be within short time that everyone will feel the impact positively of your leadership, and the whole world will put it on record. And we promise you that GTV Africa will follow them. I don't want to use the local language, bomba to bomba, but permit me to use that. So we are going to follow them and bring to you everything that Annan are going to be doing under the current leadership of Benjamin Osisioma. You know, he's a reverend, you know, he's a canon, and they call him professor. But the general name that everyone are going to adopt in a short while within the 2 years is Benjamin Chuka Osisioma. Bemiga Olamikon. Behind the camera, we have a lot of other people, and I have somebody that is close by that I need to bring close to nearby that is going to talk to us. One Prof. Sir, are you close by? Yeah, somebody is very close by. Oh,
I'm the General Secretary of
I'm sorry. The General Secretary is standing by my side. Who am I when the Secretary, who has the power to even instruct the chairman to convey meeting instantly on the Secretary? Nice to see you. Can you introduce yourself? Who are you?
Yeah, I'm Prince Batula Olasekiro. That's Chinukun of Lagos.
Eko show. Eko for sure. Eko no they carry last.
No.
Lagos no they carry last.
Yeah.
Sir, is Annan feasible in Lagos?
It's feasible everywhere in Nigeria now. But I, as the Prince of Lagos, I'm situated my business in Abuja here. So, but we have already extended that very Annan professionalism into Lagos. So everywhere you get to Lagos, at least you see Annan. In that Annan started from Lagos.
It seems Annan is not popular. Are you sure it's popular now?
It's popular now, all over the world. That was before. If you are talking of Annan popularity, that was in the olden days. Now it's all over the world. Just get to the website of IFAC, you know that yes, it's a worldwide.
Well, I just want to pull your leg as you are talking. The whole world watching you. You're on live on GTV Africa, and everyone from part of the world are listening now, watching you.
Yes, confidently I'm saying.
I just want to pull your leg for you to tell me what you are doing more.
Yeah. So you know, it's what we've been trying, that we need more recognition, and we thank God. Gone are the days in the 80s where Anna was not well known, but now at least, with the effort of our founding fathers, effort of coordinators, because coordinators, without coordinators, move the association forward. At least with coordinators, we have produced more than 12,000 chartered accountants, which belongs part of that very progress. And with the cooperation of coordinators now, we are ready to partner with the current president.
Now that's what I wanted to ask you, that are you going to allow the president to fail, or you allow him?
Everything, we are going to move higher than this level. Yes, by the grace of God.
Well, I'm with the secretary, the engine room of every association.
Yes.
And very soon, we're going to see another level according to his promise.
Yes.
Well, within the short time, thank you so much, my
Prince of Lagos.
Prince of Lagos. And as you know, I want to have another fellow with a doctor or prof. You get to know now in a few seconds. Sir, can you just come closer? I can see the logo of Annan so visible on you.
Thank you very much.
Sir, can you introduce yourself to us?
I'm Bernard Akinola from Lagos.
Go for sure.
Yes, exactly.
That's nice to see you.
Thank you.
Sir, what are we expecting? Annan. Now Annan everywhere, on internet, on everywhere, even live on GTV Africa right now, talking about Annan. What are we expecting from Annan in the next 6 months, next 1 year?
Annan is the premium brand of choice as at this moment. And you can't expect anything less at this moment. Not to talk of even when you have an elder professor taking charge from a professor to professor, and even a reverend and canon, and even from his acceptance speech, you can see that he delivered speech and lectures, and which endanger him even into the heart of many that listen to him today. And of course, the next few months, we will start seeing the results from the new administration, because he highlighted a lot of areas of focus which centers on human capacity, that he's going to build the already existing capacity and also train and retrain the professionals. So in order for us to be able to take up the challenge for the next administration.
Well, what should government expect from Annan?
As usual, Annan has been partnering with government, and of course, Annan has been critiquing in terms of government policies day in, day out. We have been examining and we have been partnering with government, at least in, even in formulation of policies, fiscal policies, that we even increase the revenue base of government and also effectively manage the expenditures of government. So you can't expect anything less than that. And now we continue to be relevant, and now we continue to be playing even a leading role, even in discussing with government and also in the government, in order to have lasting policies for the populace.
Your name again?
Bernard Akinola, from Lagos.
Annan is going to continue to play his own role and to be relevant in the minds of everyone, including government. I have someone else with me here who is going to tell me whether Annan is really going to be in the minds of everyone. Sir, can I find out your name? 1 minute, please. Your name?
My name is Olatunji Oshineye, FCNA.
Okay, and from where?
Well, I'm a member of this noble profession, and based in Jos. Yeah.
You seem young, like some of us. Do they accept young ones?
Yeah. Yes, I've been a member for over 12 years,
wow.
And I'm a fellow of the association, and I also won a Nobel Award this year, last month, as one of the best one of the best coordinator in the zone.
So I'm talking to one of the best in the system.
Yeah, in the
zone,
system,
of
representing
the zone.
Plateau State.
So what should we expect from you, from your zone? When I say you as a person, your zone, and generally from Annan to the young ones in the system, is there any chance for them?
Yes, there's chance for them. The young ones need to know the motto of the association, of Nigerian College of Accountancy, which is to be self-reliant. They'll teach you on what you need to do in terms of entrepreneurship, accounting, and as well, there is future for the youths, for those that are willing to go into the field of accountancy. And with the university right now, it's also going to give room for the youths as well. We have various courses in the university that will help, young Nigerians gain admission and also training. They also run an internship whereby they train the young to be young future accountants on accounting practices, auditing, and taxation as well.
Okay, your name again?
My name is Olatunji Oshineye.
Well, Mr. Olatunji Oshineye is speaking as if he's not from Yoruba land or he's not in Nigeria.
I studied in England.
Can you see that?
Yeah.
So it's not meant for only Nigerians, but notwithstanding, Annan is moving. Annan is on his way to the greatness, to the greater side of accountants, investigators, and others that are going to shake the country. Thank you,
Thank
my
you.
brother, for having you. See you soon.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Well, trying to call it a day.
Yeah.
This is an opportunity that comes to our way, and you know, in GTV Africa, when opportunity provides itself, we don't waste time to take it. My name is Bemiga Olamikon. Behind the camera and other